Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning.
I wake up today, sir. Sir, we have some interesting headlines here today. Firstly, Lagos State government sacked facility manager for the death of the late doctor.
Um, they have ordered investigation. If they report on investigation in that demand, I don't know. But if they fire the person or he's arrested, I think they should let the public know the reason behind it. Because it's good that when you have such incidents, it's actually investigated, and if anyone is found wanting, culpable, the person is dealt with according to the law to act as a deterrent to others. So I'm not against if anybody is being fired or arrested, as long as it's done within the ambit of the law.
All right, sir. Thank you for that. Federal government assures on implementation of World Bank assisted technical educational program to Nigerian and its citizens.
Federal government,
Assures technical assist from the World Bank to enhance educational development in Nigeria.
the issue is the way and manner Nigerian educational sector is being handled is not even is worrisome, because I have a situation where even with all the budgetary allocation that goes into education, you don't see result, perhaps because you don't get to the appropriate quarters. And again, if you look at education, they are supposed to allow the third tier of government and the second tier of government, the local government and the state to manage it. I don't think federal government should have a major stake in managing education.
I think the state government are managing the state schools.
Even the tertiary institution, the federal government, because they have so much in their hands. I think federal government should concentrate on security and remove their hand from education totally. Because when you have too much responsibility, it becomes difficult to shoulder all of them. I think that is what this problem we're having in
So,
Nigeria.
are you suggesting we should privatize education in Nigeria?
It's not about privatization, it's about autonomy, financial autonomy. If you run the educational sector the way it's supposed to be run, the educational, the higher institutions particularly, ought to generate revenue on their own. But the way it's being managed, the government need to invest more in the educational sector for them to attain that status where the schools can be run independently and fund itself.
Right. So the schools should stand on its own, and the government should not be part of the day-to-day financial obligation
That is
of
the way
the.
to go.
Yes. All right, sir. Thank you for that. The appointed and the screening ministers are to begin to work lastly by August 16. Why the new nominees have been scheduled for screening for they have adjusted their own screening. Do you think we should wait for the rest, or the screened ones should just begin work direct?
There's nothing like wait. Once they finish with the screening for the first batch of round of screening, I think what they need to do is to do swear them in, assign ministries to them, let them hit the ground running according to Mr. President. Because all these promises we are seeing from Mr. President here and there, he keep on making promises as if he's still campaigning after election. I think the earlier the better, the earlier the ministers are sworn in, particularly the ones that have been screened and confirmed, the earlier they are sworn in, the better. The ones that are yet to be screened can come in later.
This statement is from the iPod. They said the sit at home in the southeast should stop, and it must stop now.
The statement is from where?
iPod. Sit at home over southeast must stop. iPod.
Before now, I don't think there is anyone, any major stakeholder in the Southeast supporting the sit at home. I understand that Simon Ekpa, who is a Biafra agitator himself, a lawyer, a Finland-based lawyer, is the one that is spearheading the sit at home. But I think it has come to a stage where all the stakeholders, even including Nnamdi himself, according to his special counsel Aloy Ejimakor, who came with a letter purportedly written by Nnamdi, that the sit at home should be stopped. So for me, I think there's every need for sit-at-home in the southeast to be stopped because I think that enforcement is causing enough untold hardship on the people, and apart from that, life is being lost almost every day. People come out and the enforcers comes out to enforce it. So if there is a way to put an end to the sit-at-home, I think it's a welcome development.
All right, sir. Thank you for that, sir. And lastly, Niger coup seek intervention from the Russian government. Do you think this intervention they are trying to exclude themselves from the ECOWAS and to be independent from this Nigerian president as the chairman of ECOWAS, threatening their nation that is going to stop this, is going to stop that? Do you think this intervention with Russian will help them escape from this issue?
There are speculation, like you said, that the Niger military that have formed government in Niger have formed ties with the Russian government. It's not yet confirmed, but if it's confirmed, I want to tell you that that would deter ECOWAS from invading Niger. But the way it stands, ECOWAS need to be circumspect because Nigeria is a neighboring country with ECOWAS, with Niger, and Niger happens to share border with Nigeria in about 7 states. So if there is a military operation in Niger, it's going to have effect in those states in Nigeria. So for me, I think the best approach should be dialogue and sanction. Because the way it stands, Niger is landlocked. Most of the goods that are coming to Niger come to Nigeria port. So if you block all the goods going into Niger, like Nigeria government have cut off electricity, the line that supply Niger electricity,
And the borders have been locked.
the border have been shut down. So I think the sanction is the way to go. While you impose those sanctions, you go about dialogue. I think it's the best way to go.
So you are suggesting Nigerians should not go to a war with Niger. Dialogue would be better.
The reason they should not go to war is because the Niger citizens themselves are in solidarity with the military. So if you go there to fight, who are you killing? Today, as at this morning, the military in Niger have declared their airspace a no-fly zone, and the citizens are already gathered in the capital near me, drumming support for the military government. So under that circumstance, how can you go and fight? So it's difficult to fight. One, you negotiate. Two, you try to sensitize and reorientate the citizens to see the need why democracy is a better government. I think that's the way to go.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, sir. So Nigeria, you have to dialogue with the people of Niger, not to kill their citizens. They also have the right to whatever they are fighting for. We have to dialogue with them and ensure there is no death of an unknown man and an uncommon man. Good morning, sir. Welcome to this, sir. Your appearance today came late. I don't know.
Yes,
Hope all is well.
Yes, all is well.
Hope it's not the transport and the hardship of Nigeria.
No, I went somewhere,
So firstly, sir, as at yesterday, the president of Nigeria has given, and the ECOWAS chairman has given Niger a fresh 7 days ultimatum to reinstate democracy in their country. Do you think he has been neglecting some things? Is he hearing the other part of Niger, or is just taking action from his own end?
I think what ECOWAS is trying to do, they're just trying to be like the dog. They're only backing, but they don't have the teeth to consume or devour. That's what they are doing. They know very well that one of the things that scares so many people is that when they suddenly hear the support of Russia. I'm telling the truth, the biggest aspect of Niger is the support of Russia. So nobody wants to look for Russia trouble. So that's what is happening, not anything. So in case of Nigeria, I know very well that the Senate and all, because Hausas cannot support you to go to war with Niger. Hausas are the one benefiting. So the UT they are going to tell you, let's go to war. So I know very well that that stuff that Tinubu is trying to do, those one are stories. So definitely they will wipe it off. And so that's why I'm not too much concerned about Tinubu going to war, because I know he has nothing to go on. He has
So,
nothing to offer.
talking about that, the Senate president and the Senate as a whole has backed off from the idea of going to war with Niger, as he said. So they said we can only support when we dialogue with them. They don't want to kill the innocent citizen in Niger.
It's all about killing the innocent citizen in Niger. You don't even know what that war could aggravate to, where that war is leading to. So sometimes you only know the beginning of the war, but you cannot predict the end. So Nigerians, what they are looking at, this is not a problem. So why should we be involved? We have our own internal problem. Even your president claiming to be president has not been cleared that he's a president. You got into office through Wuru, and now you are not being cleared and you say you want to go to war. Don't know that president is sick. Tinubu, you need to wake up. I don't know whether it's old age that is doing that, man. I don't understand. But how can you just say you want to go to war? And does he even know what is war? Has Tinubu experienced anything like war in his life? If he knows what is war, when during the time of Nadek, when they were looking for them here and there. So sometimes I just a bunch of, I don't call it. Sometimes all until when you are literate, they call you literate. Sometimes you could be illiterate. You could be so myopic in your thinking. You understand? So I don't understand. But I want to put it this way, that what is troubling Tinubu is old age. And that's what I want to say. Old age is exactly what is troubling Tinubu.
We should believe old age is wearing Tinubu.
Yes, of course.
But he has an advisor, to put him through. So is he not consulting them?
No, advisors are there to make money. Look at what you're saying. See, you know what is advice? If I'm giving you advice and I see you're stubborn, man, I will only support you. Is it? If you now come, let's do this. Yes, Baba, let's do it. Because as long as my money is coming in, what's my problem about your character?
Okay, so going forward, sit at home is over in the southeast, says IPOP.
Well, of course,
Do you think they have achieved their motive for going to sit at home before now?
Yeah.
Their motive.
Of course, at least it shaped the whole Nigeria. So everybody saw it
Only
in Nigeria.
shaped the whole south of eastern Nigeria.
And not only the Nigeria itself. And let me tell you, just let them still watch out. We are coming for the one of federal, all the Oyibo's in the whole country. So we are yet to get there. But when we do that one, that's when we see Igbos have arrived. So we're just starting gradually. So
a new development is coming through, and maybe yet to come to Lagos or other states. But as at now, I think it has been implemented in Abuja. FCTA signed agreement to recommence pack and pay scheme in Nigeria.
See, sometimes my problem is this Oyibo. They like using English to disturb our brain. So that's one thing I don't like. What are you trying to do? What are you
when you park now, you pay for the space.
When you park now, you pay. That cannot work in Lagos. Let them just forget that rubbish. Can't work in Lagos.
As I said,
that's the truth.
Yet to come to Lagos.
But they can't work in Lagos.
This is a welcome development.
No, it's just
now we won't be having enough too much traffic on the road. When anywhere you are going, when you park here, you pay.
This is what I expect the government to do. Stop giving all this rubbish. Create a park where guys can park car. They pay. Not say park and pay. You park at the roadside, you pay. Trust Nigerians, they will just, even me, I can even act as police. I swear. I can judge Baba. I'm a police officer, so I can act. And then I call something come out. So they should forget that not in Lagos. All those are just trying to say pack and pay. They are trying to test whether it's going to work. But certainly not going to work in Lagos. So let's just say something different from this.
So again, this is an educational sector. Again, federal government assures on implementation of World Bank assisted technical education in Nigeria.
World Bank to me they are rubbish. I don't know why.
I think they have been trying recently.
They have not tried anything. World Bank is rubbish to me. I
Now
mean,
they
if the
are
World Bank
our educational system.
listen, if the World Bank can come and tell me that Tinubu is the best, then they have a problem. They have a problem with the World Bank.
Don't you think they are also waiting for the judicial?
They are very stupid. Those World Bank, they are stupid. I'm saying it
They will
because
only
they
support
don't even
the
know.
sitting
Now,
president.
I keep saying, why is it that you keep borrowing Nigerian money? How would you ask yourself that question? Are we? Why is it that we are only 77 trillion? The one I know. The one I know.
The one that was published.
So what are we talking about? So please, World Bank to me, they are failures. I don't really regard their statement. Sometimes when I come across World Bank statement, they don't look pleasing to me. But because I don't know, they're just a bunch of criminals. You know. So that's where when you can siphon Nigerian money, go to World Bank, deposit it. And they know you stole it. You idiot will not talk. And you expect me to come and say, clap for such people. You expect me to clap for such people. No, I can't. So let's forget about World Bank with that.
All right, sir. Thank you for that. Nigeria has shut down all the borders linking to Niger Republic. The electricity has been shut down. Everything that can be stopped moving from Nigeria to Niger has been stopped. Do you think this don't you think this have been having bad effects on Niger as a whole?
It will only harden the mind of Niger. Come on, look at what you're saying. It will only harden their mind, then it will make them think, how do we bring our own? How do we have our own electrical? So definitely, to me, I don't really see it as anything. And besides that, it's only Nigeria that generator is operating. Who tells you that somebody will not be operating on generator here? So what are we talking about? Please, we should think of another thing. I don't see any side effects this is going to have on them. It's just like Nigeria, the way we are joined from social country. Nigerians are resistant. When you do anything, man, Nigeria will tell you, man, fuck you, I fuck everything about you. You understand me? So that's Nigeria for you. So we don't give a damn. So the same way Nigeria think, that's the same way I think other countries think. So it's not going to affect Nigeria. How is it going to affect Nigeria? Because they are focused. They don't want France. They don't want France. And I'm in support of Nigeria. They don't want France. They don't want France. They are criminals. Very soon we are going to pick Britain away from Nigeria. Very stupid people. Just imagine how many years has Nigeria ever benefited anything from France coming to pack their money. If Russia happen to carry them along, they are going to get more developed under Russia. So we know what you're saying. Now, see, excusez-moi, moi je comprends français, non? Je comprends français bien bien. But I believe that French country, they are criminals. We, French country are criminals. I understand French. I speak French, but I think they are criminals. Tu comprends? Moi, je comprends français, non? Je comprends bien, bien, bien. All right, let me just put that at the same time, my brother. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you today. Thank you for your contribution. All right, sir. So that's all from MC Grammar, and we will be looking more to what's happening in Nigeria, and more reviewers will come to have their says on everything happening in the country. Welcome today, Mr. Arab. Have you heard about the statement said by the IPOB that the sit-at-home in the southeast must stop?
Yes, I read it on the paper. That's an instruction from the supreme leader of Biafra, IPOB. That's Nnamdi Kanu.
So do you support this statement?
Yes, I support it because Nnamdi Kanu doesn't want suffering for an able man, and that is the cause he's fighting for. He would not have been fighting for the cause and still maintain, or support the same cause he fights against. So he has been given instruction for a long time, but people in the southeast, I mean the youth especially, they use sit at home as a tool to fight government so that he will gain his, release. But to get on, in his mind, if you have a interaction with him, and they can you find out that everything about Igbo man now, what Igbo man is going through in the southeast, Nnamdi does not like it. So the sit at home that has come to an end is a welcome idea. I love it. I like it because even I can see Nnamdi coming out. He's almost out because he went for his medication this time around. From there, I don't ever believe he's gonna go into the DSS facility again.
So do you think the motive for sitting at home by the IPOB before has been met?
It has been met.
Or the information has been passed?
The information has been passed across Nigeria, across West Africa, Africa at large, and the world. Globally, the world has now known that sit-at-home issue is just a tool used by the locals, Biafran indigenes, to free Nnamdi Kanu, to put pressure on government, both state and federal government, to make sure that the supreme leader of IPOB is out. So let me tell you, these people in the southeast, they have suffered a lot. No food, no business, commercial activities stood still. No work, government work, civil servants, everybody, we are standing still. Everything paralyzed in the southeastern Nigeria. Even the state government, they have suffered enough. Though they are betrayers, they are the one betraying sovereign state of Biafra. But we have done enough. She understands. Sit-at-home order has yielded positive results over the years. I didn't understand. So that's why I'm telling you that they have tried. Almost sit at home now, began almost 3 years now. They have tried their best.
All right, sir. Thank you for that. Federal government assures Nigeria on the implementation of World Bank assist technical education to Nigerian citizens. I know you are not a supporter of the World Bank because they continue to borrow Nigeria unnecessary fee. Do you think this time around their motive is genuine to Nigerian citizens?
Their motive is not genuine. They use Nigeria economy to grow. I don't support EU lending money. I don't support Nigeria borrowing from World Bank. I don't support Nigeria borrowing from IMF either. None of the International Monetary Organization or financial institution will ever give Nigeria money with my own support. I distance myself from it because our economy is, growing free over the years. Nothing has been done. Nothing has been made visible that Nigeria collected money or borrowed from IMF or World Bank or other international monetary institutions. So let me tell you, I don't support it. Look at our foreign reserve. Our foreign reserve is not up to $1 billion. We are having like $700 million. A whole country that has every solid mineral resources, that has the largest human resources in Africa, that has the largest oil deposit, crude oil on the continent of Africa. So borrowing money is bringing us down. It's an embarrassment to our economy. It's an embarrassment to Nigerian sovereignty. So World Bank lending us money is a shameful thing. I don't support it. Our foreign reserve has indicated that the money we have been borrowing from International Monetary Fund, world-renowned financial institutions, have not been used properly. They are channeling it to useless things, fighting unnecessary war, into their private purse, back to Europe again. IMF loan us money from Europe or maybe from Brazil or America. The money will still go back to America. Ask me why. The same politicians, they will steal the money back to them. That's why Britain can never wait in a haste to lend Nigeria money. Because the British know that after lending the money to the Mr. President, the politicians, Mr. President himself, he will still steal the money. He's going to embezzle the money back to UK bank, back to Paris Club, back to Swiss bank, back to ABSA SA. So let me tell you, ABSA bank is in Southern Africa. All this money they are giving us, lending to us, instead those money are still going back to Europe. So that's why they can never ask questions anytime they want to lend us money. I'm not in support of that. They give us money, they are partners in crime, Nigerian politicians, throw the money back to them. Those money, they are there now. The money is not here. The money has not been used effectually in Nigeria effectively. So I don't support IMF, World Bank lending us any money. More borrowing, more assorrowing, more pain among Nigerians on Nigerian nation. So let me tell you, I don't support it in all ramifications. I don't support it.
All right, sir. The ministerial list submitted and the screen employee for the batch A are set to begin work by August 16, and the latter list screening has been adjusted. Do you think they should start their work now or wait for the latter screening so all of them can begin the work at the time?
Let me tell you, working now is meaningless because the screening has not finished. The screening has not finished. I'm telling you the truth. So it is when the ministerial screening finishes in the house that the ministry should resume work. I mean all the ministries. I don't understand. Maybe they'll resuming work now. They should wait until they screen the ministers. And again, let me tell you, they should wait. Even if you ask me, the ruling, presidential electoral election, they must wait until the judges give their final verdict. Because the ministers you see, other portfolios given to some people, even the military, the new person coming in will change everything. I don't know what I understand. So they should wait. Let screening finishes. Let the judges give their final verdicts before any ministry in Nigeria resumes work. Even the civil servants.
So you are saying we should wait for the judicial
We should wait for
and
the
the rest
judicial
of the list before.
yes.
And even currently in Nigeria, we have a lot of problems. I don't think we should wait for any list. They should just do the needful and ensure everything is working fine.
Well, if you ask me, I will tell you that. Sorry, they should wait because the ministers, they are not sure if they are going to scale the screening. Scaling the screening meaning that your antecedents, your shortcomings have been what? Marked good by the legislatives, meaning you have passed. See, let me tell you, it depends on the judiciary. The judiciary should finish off first because we can see what is going on. We are seeing it is so visible that the so-called Tinubu, Nigerian president, is not going to be there. I'm telling you, I'm sure of what I'm saying. So if you ask me, everything should be, dependent. You understand? Dependent on the judiciary. When they finish giving out their verdict to the person, they perceived won the election.
All right, sir.
Everything will just start.
All right, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, sir. So the ministers should wait for a green light from the judicial before they start to do what they are told to do. That's all we have today to review on what's currently working and not working in Nigeria. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe, like, and follow our TV. See you again tomorrow.